But yeah, I guess it's just a matter of where we spend our money at this point. Ice Monkey's basically done. Not sure if... Yeah, Spiked Factory's already done, so that's good to go. Mermonkey and the Plains. We do need to get Mob Show. That's going to help out quite a lot, I think. And I still don't know what's up with Aspirate. Media source. Oh, those are files. Oh, okay, I see. So it could be a GIF, it could be a PNG. I see. I understand. Remove that. So what's the deal? Because if I do display capture, that's just going to capture the entire display. I don't want that. If I capture game, it says it can capture Aspirite, but I don't know if that's an issue on the OBS side that it won't capture, or on the client side that Aspirite won't capture. I don't know what the problem was there, but it didn't work just now. And then we have window capture, which sounds like it would work, but I think window capture is specifically for web browsers, so Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Opera, what have you. So I don't know if that'll work either. Just give me a minute. Try to figure that out. Oh, excuse me. It seems like we're pretty much done here. I doubt we're going to have enough money to save up for any tier 5s. And at this point, if we can get through round 63, that's usually a good sign that we can get through the end of the game. Yeah, it's just going to be gravy at this point, and once we get the Comanche, I mean, that'll take care of any riffraff we need to take care of. Anyways, let's try this again. Add source. Game capture. Capture specific window, it's going to be Aspirite. I should be able to just see the screen here, but I can't. Maybe if I make this invisible? Nope. Big, red, and spicy. Oh, it is window capture. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. I don't know why I was ignoring that, thinking it wasn't gonna work, but there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's move you down here. Let's try to fit you in that little window. Yeah, there we go. Perfect, perfect. Bit of a mess of an overlay today, huh? But that's okay. That's totally fine. Get ready, Moab. Oh, wait a minute. What just happened? Oh, what did I just do? Uh-oh. Oh, I see. This went back to its normal size. Don't do that. Didn't tell you to do that. There we go. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me just click around a bunch. Let me make sure nothing gets moved if I... Oh, we lost? We still lost? Oh. What happened? Should have bought the Comanche defense, huh? I guess. Okay, let's do it again. That sucks. That sucks real bad. I knew it. Every time I look away, for even a moment, it's just bad. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be a little trickier for me, I think, because I'm trying to keep an eye on my window in general here. It is tricky to do that and look at the aspirate at the same time. You know what I'm talking about. And for some reason, noticing some stuff is just not lining up here. Got aspirate down there. We've got balloons above that. We've got randomizer next to that. Okay. Window capture, balloons, window capture 2. Overlays fit in there. Window capture, put you right in there. Balloons, we gotta do something here. Yeah, that might be about as good as I can get it, even though you can barely see that window down there, but that will let me keep an eye on everything else. Meantime. Yeah, okay, that works. Alright, so what are we looking at here? I gotta get this sorted back out. Just give me a second. Lesson learned, just don't go idle during a half cash game. Not good. Not good. Alright, that should hold us for at least a minute. What are we doing here? I haven't even made a file in this. I think I made one file just to look at the options, but I haven't really done anything in it. Yeah, here we go. So this was like the template for a Twitch emote here. So I think it's 128 by 128. and I have no idea what I'm doing. I see we have like a brush size, we have a palette here, some options here that I have no idea what they do. And if I had to guess, there's probably even more stuff that's just hidden in the window because it's so small. But we're just going to keep it like this because I just don't know what I'm doing. That will make it at least a little easier on myself. So, for the emotes, my idea was 5 animated and 5 static ones. Meaning, for the static ones, of course, it's just one image for each of them. But for the animated ones, that's going to be like a lot of work. I'm going to have to, once I learn how to actually work in this program, I have to draw, I don't know, upwards of probably a couple hundred frames for each one, if they're each a couple seconds long, right? I don't know if I want it at like 60 frames a second or if I want it at like 24 frames a second. I'm not exactly sure what the standard for like pixel art animation is. I should probably look into that a little bit. But, you know, just going off of what I know already, I know my frame rate for the stream is 60 frames. So ideally the emotes would match that, but you know, pixel art I feel like is a little different specifically, so I'm gonna have to make sure all that's well and good. It's gonna be at least like 100 frames per animation, which I think is a little insane. I don't know if I quite want them to be that long. It's just all kind of intimidating, you know? I forgot we have the Mob already.
Clean cuts and still cuts a tomato.
Alright. So the first idea I had was to remake this Bloons emote that I have. I have one emote that I put on my channel, and it's just a PNG of the rainbow balloon from this game. It's supposed to be like, if something happens in chat, then you'll see that. You'll see a bunch of those rise up in the chat. Or if somebody says hi, you know, you can say hi and put a heart there. So, I guess first on the docket would be to remake that. Got 128 pixels to work with. I think it'd be perfectly fine, honestly, if I just go 1 pixel at a time. I'm not completely unfamiliar with pixel art. I used to do it a lot in Minecraft. Sounds kind of goofy, but I would just look up pixel art and just build it block by block by looking at the Google picture. And then I also drew some in graph paper. I have some graph paper up here that has a lot of it. Same process. I would just look it up and do it block by block. Or I guess box by box in that case. So I guess here it's a little different because I have to translate a non-pixel art image into pixel art. But it's largely going to be about the same. I'm just going to look at a big picture of whatever I want and then do my best to translate it. Only problem is I am not a visual artist, so this is all going to be very painful and a very long process, unfortunately. But what we're going to do is look up just PNG of that rainbow balloon and just trace that basically.
Even better. Get ready, Moab.
unmuted. All I was saying was I just pulled up this rainbow balloon on a PNG on my monitor, and whenever I draw here, you can see it in that little preview window. It's very nice. You know, if I zoom in somewhere, I can see the big picture there.
Big, red, and spicy.
So I guess what we want to do, what I think would be best,
Clean
I need to outline this. I'm going to do the outline in black just so I can see it. The PNG doesn't have a black outline or anything, but I'm going to outline it in black.
Clean cuts.
And ideally what I want to do for every emote and the GIFs is to make them look like an enamel pin almost like you can like rub it and it's like shiny and smooth, but still it's got that pixel like jagged texture on it. So it's almost like sandpaper in that way. The best way I can describe it. Like an enamel pin made out of sandpaper, basically. So I need to learn how to shade, I need to learn how to highlight, I need to learn how to properly color and texture the thing. So, you know, this is going to be a minute for sure. For sure. Okay, let's get started. This is 128 by 128. I want this to be centered, of course. The image, I think, is like very slightly not centered. Like the two halves of the heart are not exactly even, but I mean that's totally fine. I can work with that. How do I want to do this, man? I don't even know where to start.
Get ready. Moab.
I guess let's find the midpoint. Find the midpoint and create that little nub at the bottom of the balloon. And then we'll work from there. So 128 would be 64, yes? Yeah. I don't know how big each of these are. I would guess 16 if I had to guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. Yeah, okay. So 16, this would be 64 then right there at the end of this. Right? Unless I miscounted. Is this 128 by 128? Not tripping, right?
Big, red, and spicy.
112. Not 128, 112. Of course.
Get ready.
Oh, we're coming up on round 76. I gotta do something here. I think we had enough money to get some more stuff. So if we get like an extra Spike Factory and an extra heli pilot, that might work. I had to choose one to upgrade. Oh, another Mermonkey actually might do the job too. Those kind of have a tendency to delete balloons. We can use Sada, of course. I just completely neglected to use her last time. Yeah, let me make sure this is 112 and not 128 pixels. Where do I see that?
Clean cuts and still cuts.
Yeah, 112 by 112. Okay. So how does it count that then? Because I can see there's a little counter in the corner there, in the very bottom left. But I feel like it's kind of weird the way they count it, just looking at it. What I mean by that is if I go here on that 1 pixel right there, the first pixel in the corner, it counts it as
And still cuts
0,
a tomato.
but on the other end, it doesn't count that as 112. It counts that as 111. It counts this as 112 right there, which is a little odd because you would think all 112 pixels would be confined in the canvas here, right? Same for the other side. No. Yeah, 111. Not too sure what's up with that. Maybe it's some kind of weird programming thing that they had to implement in order to make the thing work. There's always something like that in a lot of apps. You always have to like modify, tweak a little thing somewhere to make everything work, even though the modification is technically a little wrong, you know?
아싸! 줄였다리.
So these are 16 by 16 then, but I guess there's only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them? So we're just missing that last one to make it 128. We can still easily find the midpoint of that then. 1, 2, 3, it would be in here.
And still cuts a
I
tomato.
guess, oh, maybe they make it 111 so you can easily find the midpoint. Because 112 would make it, you know, a double wide midpoint. And if, I guess if you just want that exact pixel, I don't know, maybe it's that's how that works. I don't know. I'm kind of just talking out of my butt here, if I'm being honest. We got through that have cached game, which means got to generate a new team here. Change this up to 5 and 5, and we're gonna increase the number of monkeys because impossible is impossible. We're gonna do 8. We're just gonna work with that. We've got Banana Farm, thank God. That is awesome. Sniper Monkey, Mortar Monkey, Sub, Beast Handler, Desperado, Mortar, and Glue Gunner. Okay, so 2 mortars. That might be a little tricky to work with in Impossible. Beast Handler is going to be tricky to work with in Impossible because it's going to be so expensive. But we do have a Banana Farm, so that'll help. Monkey Sub is great. Glue Gunner is also great. And Desperado's also great. It's just a matter of, can we set this up fast enough to not lose? Because I don't think any of these are really huge damage dealers. Like the Desperado's great and all that, but I feel like none of these can really win a game by themselves. But we're going to try anyways. A sniper, I think, is going to be our calling card of to save us towards the end of the game. Get this set up here. I think we want our first one to be honestly, give me a sniper. Give me a sniper and a farm. Sada should help us out. Alright. Find this midpoint here. So 111 by 111. Which is a bit weird, because I think that means one of these has to be 15 pixels wide, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, no, because oh, I see. It counts the 0 as a pixel. I see. I understand. That's a little different. I was looking at this like a y axis type of thing, y and x axis. like a coordinate plane. So I was like, oh, this has to be 1 on the plane, this has to be 2 on the plane, so on and so forth. I get it. So this is 16 pixels wide, it's just counting 0 as a pixel. Okay, I get it, I get it, I get it. So we do have a double wide center then. Oh. Which means it's gonna be somewhere in this block right here. It's gotta be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right there and right there. No. Right there and right there. Let's do that on every side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right there. Yeah, that's looking correct to me. Follow this down to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There, right there. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. Alright, so there's our kind of middle points there. The idea is I'm going to make the nub of the balloon somewhere down here in the middle of the horizontal plane. Then we're going to build up and design our heart that way. And obviously all the color and all that stuff will come later. Okay.
Good choice.
Still looking good in this game here. We need lead balloons. That's going to be sniper. There's that. That's good enough for a lead balloon. Keep going. I know you can pop a mob pretty easily with Sada, so I'm not too worried about that. Anything else we can use for like buffs, maybe? I don't think so, and I think camo actually might be... Camo balloons might be a bit of an issue, because if Desperado is not middle path, that's not camo detection. And Monkey Sub can technically detect camo if it's in the range of Sada or the Sniper, but they both have really small ranges. So that might be an issue. The Glue Gunner, I think technically can with his ability. It's just going to be a matter of timing that, which obviously might be an issue.
Extra shot.
Oh, no, the Beast Handler. I'm stupid. Beast Handler. Beast Handler can do that. Okay, great.